Howdy, Michael, a Mercedes guy here. And people sometimes ask, how did I get into the Mercedes business? Well, I grew up in a wrecking yard. So I was around a lot of different kinds of cars. And in my early years, I've worked on dozens of different types of cars, makes, models. And when I was, about 25, I guess, I bought my first Mercedes from my brother, a 180D Ponton. And a very simple, easy to work on car. And as I fixed a few things on it, I realized, wow, this is well engineered. And as a mechanic, I decided, you know what? I'm going to quit working on all other makes of cars and just concentrate on Mercedes. And I almost got to the opinion where a lot of other makes of cars you should really dig a hole and bury it because of the poor way they were engineered. So after the 180D, my brother convinced me that the 111 bodied convertible was the most beautiful car made, and I agree. So I bought a convertible that had been hit in the rear, a 250 SE, and while it was in the body shop getting fixed, I bought a 220 SE Coupe, dark blue with the parchment interior, and I really liked the tan interior, so I re-dyed the interior, and that was after the convertible was done. That was basically my second car, and of course I couldn't stop, so I would buy fin-tail cars and gave one to my girlfriend to drive, and 108 cars, and out back I had probably a dozen cars out there in the orange trees. This was down in Arizona. And started working on friends' Mercedes, and if they didn't have one, I would convince them to buy one. And then in the 89, I moved from Arizona back up here to Oregon, where I live now. I actually grew up in Beaverton. I'm out in the country now, west of Beaverton. And but in 89, I actually moved to a place in the north part of Beaverton, Cedar Mill, and that's when I got full bore into the Mercedes business, including opening up a website that I actually still own the domain name, mercedesusedparts.com. I don't have the site up anymore because it takes a bunch of people working for me to pull parts and package them, and I'm supposed to be retired now. But back then I started buying parts cars and parting them out and warehousing the parts, knowing that, you know, it was money in the bank for the future. And then about 2000, I guess about year 2000, my warehouse was arsoned and I lost a lot. Not everything, of course. And then about 2005, I moved from my place in Costa Rica where I was living at the time, back up here to my present location west of Beaverton. And I've been running the show here pretty much by myself and with one helper, my fiance, who knows every tool out there. And I've got quite a stock here of parts, 100,000, 200,000 parts, I don't know how many, and a lot of parts cars. And actually my business is up for sale, including the domain name and my help for a year. But whoever wants to learn this trade, but knowing me, I'll never quit working on friends' cars because I can just do it so easily. And so if you're interested in tech help, parts, or a business, just let me know.